sip of my cappuccino, a couple of sugars, and evaporated milk. Had to flip the quilt over, which I need washing later on. Rox is busy laying on top of it as well. So, drinking carbonated drinks yesterday and having one beer was enough to sleeping with the windows shut sent me into night sweats. So I woke up this morning after having a bath last night, everything drenched, feeling damp. So, not really PTSD, is it? Anyway, guess what's happened? Because I've only been focused on one thing, as you heard yesterday. And today's that day. And guess what the warning sign is? Hang on and I'll show you. Right, as you're seeing, 1 day, 2 day, 3 days is the last one, right? Right, are you watching? Because I'm going to get my money back today, or else, aren't I? Oh dear. Look what's happening. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 o'clock this morning it begun. Just when I woke up. Again. Drenched in sweat. Generating vast amounts of body heat. Inactive SLI mode. Why am I talking quietly? With the window open and the monitor next door listening? Well, let's just say Billy Big Bollocks that decided to threaten me yesterday and his fat fucking missus, who I've spoke about in the past with teaching an autistic child hate. And fear. So I brought Tyler over because Tyler's got an autistic friend who he doesn't have any problems with whatsoever. Just so they could get some sort of inkling that if the lad wants to be fucking friendly, let him be friendly, unafraid. You see, the parents teaching the kid fear and ignorance. So the lad was told to ignore myself and Tyler the whole time Tyler was here. And Tyler was like asking me, why won't the little boy say hello? I said, because he's being told not to say hello. Why? Because they're ignorant people. Oh, okay. I said, you got a little autistic. We said this out loud, the same as when I talk out loud about videos. Especially if I'm trying to get my point across in the garden and the ignorant fools are listening to the reaction they started. No, we called him a pedo and he's not bitten yet and he ain't jumped the fence and tried to kill me. Oh. Oh. So maybe there's something much bigger going on that he's not distracted from then. Well, you'll all find out when you're sitting in the dark and the cold and you can't cook your food because there's no power grid. Steal my fucking money, you cunts. All came from the post office, didn't it? Again, the same as the bank cards that go missing in the post office. And what else? The cameras watching you take your money in and out to your bank account. Even using the machine. What you put your money in. And I've already said about the women that work in there keeping an eye on who's taking money out of the bank account. Who they're keeping an eye out for. During a Rona special measures thing. Who knows? So you even watched, see how much money you get out the bank. So, it all comes from this village, the problems I'm facing. So, here's the thing. I don't mind a Tribe Called Red, especially that track, Burn Your Village to the Ground. Kind of rings true, doesn't it? The village of government is a global village. I'm rolling a ciggy, is he, first thing in the morning? Having a coffee, is he, first thing in the morning? Oh, happy is he, first thing in the morning? Going to do what he said, is he? First thing in the morning. Well, the computer's been on all night anyway, because of that. They were put up there because of threats, wasn't they? Threats to myself, my property, and my livestock. Put up because of that neighbour. It's not there to spy on anyone else, is it? But if I can't get off my bed to look out my window, there you go. You've just seen it being used. Right, just see how the neighbour is looking, see if I've got any police cars sitting in the road. First thing. Right. Not there to spy on neighbours, is it? Back camera's not even on. Don't need to, because I moved everything out the garden last night when I came indoors, didn't I? Because we know who the fence hopper is now, don't we? So I don't need to have both cameras on, because I know who to look at. Roxy's been showing me where the scent's been coming from, so I know which area to focus on in the garden. They tried to make it look as though the fence was hopped over, and then they took the scent straight to Graham Murphy's fence next door to try and make it appear as though it was him. So even them then was trying to set up another situation. Which is why Roxy wanted her reward, because she was only showing me what they wanted me to see. But she knew that I would focus on the back fence after she showed me what had been going on inside the perimeter. Which revealed itself yesterday. So Maggie and Fat Fishwife and her husband are trying to frame Graham Murphy again, and trying to use me to do it, when all we want is peace, to live in peace. So these fucking idiots at the back of my house have just fucked themselves right up the backside. Threatening violence, which isn't going to be left, probation or not. Who needs actions when you've got words, right? So we leave them with their fear, and we let the fat fucker listen while I've got my window open and I'm talking for the video. Let's just have a look out the window. See what I can see. Because I'm not out looking out the window to perv. Am I? No. Just seeing who's out and about. Before I step out my back door into nonsense again. Happy are you this morning? Not sure yet. Your mood depends on my mood, does it? So are you happy? Getcha. Dog. Stay there. That bit's still playing up. Whenever I move my ankle wrongly, and it goes onto the side bit here, it's causing lots of pain in that side of the foot. Thought I told you to stay there, dumb bitch. Come on. Get off. That's it, you start your day playing. All happy. Otherwise I'll get that toy. So, right, as you can see, I'm getting ready for the day. The energy's spiking already. I'm going to go and ground in the garden, which will be like heat upon heat upon heat as it builds. Ready to keep my word.